Hi everyone, welcome back to Music Talk 101. Today's video will be called a 1RPM honest review. Let's get started. So the first thing is the website is very nice, I will say. That's a plus. They seem to have everything laid out for you, and the design quality is great on the website. There's a tab over here that has all these different options. Right now we're on my actual page, but this is the overview. It's called the dashboard overview, which will give you all of these different options: amplifier, upload music, distribute videos, join YouTube network, Spotify for artists, Apple for artists, and support tickets. When you have issues, you can email them. So it'll on the dashboard review, it'll have your latest releases, which I have The Great Awakening coming out this Friday. I'm excited about that. So please check that out. It'll have a list of your latest releases here. You can click show more to see all of them. You can just keep hitting, it'll keep bringing more up. And then it'll show your daily stats, which shows where you're at. So like currently between February 22 and March 23rd, my streams are up 80.74%, which is good. Shows the total streams 244. It'll show your top streams over that last month. So it'll give you a full list of the songs that's performed the best, and your top downloads, and your top playlists if you have one. Right now it says no data available. I do have playlists, but they've never really made it anywhere yet. So then you have your top countries, and right now United States and Russia are my top countries. And then your top streaming platforms, which mine is Spotify and United Media Agency. And then if you go back to the tab over here, you'll be able to pull up distribution tools. And that's where you go to my catalog, and it'll say manage music, upload music, manage music videos, and upload music videos. Then you will have a publishing tab where you can manage compositions, add compositions, rights owners info, and share requests. You have a daily trends tab, which is the one I use the most. You can actually pull up what we just showed on the overview, but your daily stats. You can go to your music streams. This will tell you your daily, your total streams, your average per day, full streams or full plays, and how many skips that were on those streams. You'll be able to look up by the track, the artist, the country, and the store. So right here, it just gives you kind of an idea. Like my top tracks, it lists everything, one to all the way down, as far as you want to go. I have 50 songs right now, so it doesn't look like it shows them all, but it's got 27 listed there. But it'll show you like right here, Intergalactic is one of my songs. It's up 300%. It'll actually lay out how many streams you got on that song, plus how many skips were on that song. So then you got demographics. It shows the entire world basically, and where you're getting the most streams. So the United States, of course, is my top country, and Russia seems to be doing pretty good. And then you can go to store comparison. It'll break it down to streams for each store. So you got Spotify, VK. This is the only thing I don't like. They don't show you all of the stores. Like right now, it's only showing me 2, and I don't know why, but that's one thing I don't like. Then you got your downloads, which I don't get a lot of downloads. Most of my stuff comes from streams, so that's not something I really look at a lot. And then you have let's go back up here. Daily trends. Views is kind of like TikTok and stuff, but right now it's not showing anything. When TikTok had that little time where they took it down, it messed everything up. I used to be able to get a lot of streams off TikTok, and now it's like nothing's really happening. So I'm not sure what really took place. But when they tried to take it down that one night, it messed everything up. Let's see. And then you go to trackers. This is where you can track a playlist. for Apple Music or Spotify. And then you can go to Content ID Tracker. And this will tell you, like on YouTube, like how many streams you're getting, video counts and stuff like that. So like for my song Forgiven, it's claiming that there were only 27 weekly views. But this is where it gets aggravating, because you'll expect to get a lot of streams, but sometimes it's never as many as you would hope, or want. It's just the way it is. But Amplifier is a promotional tool, fan email list, Spotify for Artists, YouTube official artist channel, and Apple for Artists, Audio Mac artist account. And then here's where you go for the money part. You got monthly analytics, has a whole lot of information there. Royalty shares, shares in and shares out. And then for support, like if you need to talk to them about something, you had a mistake or something you need to fix, you just do a ticket. You click on My Tickets and go to support center, and it'll pull up an email for you to ask them what question you want to ask them. And then account settings, this is just like your user profile, manage user stuff, sync socials, join YouTube network, and my backups. And if you need to update your password or whatnot, you click here. And then this is like for legal stuff. I've never used it, but I guess you could try to get into legal information if you needed it. But overall, I'm very happy with OneRPM. I think that I've had a few hiccups with them, mostly over small errors. But once you get to knowing what you're doing, it's pretty easy to operate. And they're pretty quick at approving songs. Technically, when I put a song in, you want to do it on a Monday, because I don't think they work weekends. The people who listen to the songs to verify and approve it, I'm not sure they work weekends, because a lot of times if I upload a song on like a Thursday or Friday, it's usually like late in the next week before it gets approved. But if you if you want to have a song evaluated, I'll send it in on a Monday, and usually it's approved by Friday. So it's pretty quick. So, but it's a good company. Like I said, they do take 15% of each stream. So you're definitely losing money there, but it's not going to be a big deal if you're getting plenty of streams. And also, this OneRPM distributes your music pretty much worldwide. So let me show you something here. So if you go here to demographics, this will give you an idea of what I'm talking about. So it doesn't show all of them right now, but it's mostly saying, so what I wanted to show y'all is if you go to demographics, it'll show the world map. And what's really neat, I'll zoom in here. You can click on the country, and it'll show you the exact amount of streams that you've received. And this is total. So from the time I began doing music, it'll show you the total. So like with the United States, 6,803. So you can tell United States is generally going to be your biggest country, unless you're not in United States. But it's really neat to go and look, like in Brazil. I mean, I got 6, right? So it's never going to be huge numbers. Like Australia, I've got 17. You go to Canada, 27. But it's really neat. I don't know if any of the other DSPs have this, but it's really cool. And then you'll be able to see your source type. And most of mine is always radio. So it says radio is 73.69% of the total streams are coming from radio. So that's pretty neat to see. But it shows your total streams. Looks like since I began in 2017, it was 7,408 total streams. And right now, it's not really great, but I'm averaging 4.2 streams per day. I've seen that up to 20 a day, so I don't know what's going on. It seems like the beginning of the year is very slow for music, and I don't know why. But this is the part I don't like. Out of 7,408 streams, I've had 1,286 skips, and that's very discouraging when you work so hard on your music. But not everyone likes your music. I have a specific kind of style, and it may not be for everyone. So if somebody clicks on your song and they just don't like it immediately, they're going to skip it, right? If it's not rap or whatever they like, it may be just that they hit skip. So don't take it too hard. I think everyone's probably going through the same thing with that. But anyways, so overall, the overview is probably the one you're going to use the most. And this is where you would go. Amplifier is supposed to help create some kind of steam behind your music, but I've never noticed a whole big difference. I think you have to do a lot more paid ads and stuff like that to get more streams. But upload music is where you go to upload your songs. And if you have a video to distribute, you go right here, distribute video. If you want to join the YouTube network or become a Spotify for artists, you can sign up for that, or Apple for artists. And once again, support tickets is like if you have to ask them a question or you have a concern about a release that you may have already issued and you want to fix something, you can message them. But I pretty much use daily trends almost every other day. I'm on here just checking my stats, but probably my favorite is the music charts. So that gives you an idea. Like I said, I have 50 songs out, and this kind of gives you an idea of where your songs are at. So I was pretty surprised today. I just looked and saw between March 16 and March 23, this is my top 10 songs. I've got Intergalactic, Revolution Blues, The 11th Dimension, Judgment Day, The End of Days, The Fall of Babylon, Out of the Darkness into the Light, Ancient Egypt, Moonlight in Paris, and UFO over Tokyo. Hong Kong, I'm sorry. I have two of those songs. Anyways, so this is kind of neat. And then you can see how many plays you had, how many skips you had. It tells you the current change. Intergalactic's up 400%. And that's really neat to know because, you want to know how your music's doing. And what's cool is when you have a new release, just like I have a new song coming out Friday, I'll be able to tell within a week or so how it's performing. So definitely music charts is probably my favorite. And of course, demographics, because you're seeing where most people are streaming your music from. So it's kind of neat to see. Like, I only had one stream in India and one in France, but there's 22 in a month in Russia, which is pretty cool, and 212 in 1 month in the United States. So that's very low. I've been up to 600 a month on average. So like I said, I've heard before that January, February, March is a very slow time for music in general. So it'll start picking up here, I would say, in the next month or so, and it'll stay steady probably through the rest of the year. But as far as OneRPM, I have to say it's a good company. I think I originally started with them in 2015, but I only released like 2 songs over that first 2 years because it showed that I signed the contract in 2017. So that's kind of odd. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I've been with them for quite some time. And I have to say, my honest review is that it is a good company and you should definitely check into it. I've only had a few problems with them, but hey, nothing's perfect. There was 1 or 2 times that I had released a song and they're very picky on the covers. So you don't want to put anything on there like by, or like if you say your name, you don't want to put by so and so. Like, just put your name straight out. Like, my name's Jeff Benton, right? So I just, on the cover, I just put Jeff Benton. Because I had a few covers where I put by Jeff Benton and they did not approve it. Or it could be the song itself. If it doesn't fit their liking, they could turn it down. So you may run into problems eventually where they say the kind of music you're doing doesn't fit what they're looking for. But mostly, I have to say 99.9% of the time they would turn a song down because of the cover. And you have to be careful where you get your cover cover art from, because if they put it in a computer and everything's AI now, I'm sure they could pull it up and find out if that cover was created by someone else, and you could probably get tagged for copyright. So be careful about what you put on your covers, and be careful about the names. The name of the song is not a big deal because you can't really copyright a name. It's mostly the picture, and obviously just be careful how you put your name on there. Like I said, don't put by, just put your name straight, and you should be good. And as far as the reviews that I've seen online, there's definitely good and bad. I know I live close to Nashville, and I was looking earlier on just on the website. When I first pulled it up, they've got like a 1 out of 5 rating, which is very bad. But I think that's only because that is the Nashville location, and I'm not really certain why. I've never been up there. I've never talked to anyone here at the local office, but they have branches all over the world. It's a pretty big company, and I just don't let that kind of stuff bother me, because as long as I'm doing my thing and I'm happy, I don't really concern myself with anything too much. Um, but I've never really had any problems. It's been a couple of times that I did release one song. It was for my father. It was called Memories, and at first they turned it down, and I was really upset because I did it for my dad after he passed away. And I actually went to the support ticket and wrote them a nice message saying, my father had passed away, and I would really appreciate it if they could take another look at it. And the guy actually did, and he approved it. And it might have been something with the cover. I redid the cover, and that may have been all it was. But when you do something really special, especially a song for someone that you lost, and then it doesn't get approved, it can hurt. So anyways, but I felt like they did me right there, and that was a really cool thing. And another example is I had a song, The Book of Enoch, where I made a mistake on the song where I said 365 days instead of years, and I was able to notify them, and they allowed me to re-upload a new version, and it sounded a whole lot better. Not only did I remix the song a little bit better, I found some mistakes when I went back that there was 2 places actually that they let me do I redid the vocals on just 2 sections and was able to re-upload it, and they approved it no problem. So there's some really cool people there. I think most of the people you deal with at OneRPM are going to be good people and willing to help, but I can't guarantee that you won't get a hold of 1 or 2 people that are just trying to go by the book. But for the most part, I've had a very good experience. Only one negative thing I would say is that unless you're getting a ton of streams, you will not make a whole lot of money. And it's because of that, them taking that 15% of every stream. 85 cents sounds like a lot, right? Or 85% sounds like a lot, but it really isn't when you probably have to get about 1,000 streams to even make $1. And I may even be off on that, but I know you have to get a lot of streams to even make $1. So with that being said, don't expect to get rich right away. You have to build your fan base up. But OneRPM, I would say, is great for beginners. One of these days I might switch, but right now I'm happy with this DSP. I just like the fact I don't have to pay for it, and it's really easy to use. The website's very informative, and you can find out all the information about your songs and how they're doing. It's fairly easy to upload a song. You just click here. Once you have the file established, you're able to upload that file, put in all of your metadata, and you'll be able to list all of the artists on the song. You'll be able to list everybody. I mean, if it's a singer, guitar player, whatever, you can put them all down so that they get credit. The songwriter gets credit. It depends on if you are the songwriter, you would just put your own name. But it's really cool. I've never released any videos. That's something I want to do in the future, but I'm excited about doing that as well. But overall, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but you can go to monthly analytics and go to accounting. And if you go to account activity, this is cool too. It'll actually break down exactly how much each company is giving you. So it might be very small, like 2 cents from Yandex. TikTok was 0. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, I'm not making a lot right now, but Deezer, 11 cents. Amazon Music subscription, 2 cents. See what I mean? And then YouTube was 79 cents. So yeah, you have to get a lot of streams to make a whole lot of money, but that's why I encourage people to use OneRPM just because it's free to use and it doesn't cost anything monthly. And that's a good thing, because unless you're getting millions of streams, you're probably not going to make more than $10 a month. And why are you going to pay $10 a month for a service? Basically, what I'm getting at is you don't want to pay $10 a month for a service to be able to upload your music, but not even make $10 a month off streams. So you see what I mean? It's very smart to use OneRPM because it'll keep you out of the negative. You wouldn't want to be paying $10 a month to be a part of a DSP and then you're only making $5 a month. So you're going to be losing money. So unless you're a big artist and you're making tons and tons of money, it wouldn't make sense to sign up for something like DistroKid. I think is like probably $10 a month. So keep that in mind especially when you're new and you're just starting out. I highly recommend OneRPM to get started. Well, anyways, I wanted to go ahead and end this before I keep carrying on. But thank you all so much for watching, and this is an honest review of OneRPM. And I would say I'd give it an 8 out of 10 because of what I've experienced, and it's definitely worth it. So please check them out. Thank you. Have a great day.